The Galactic Council had been fighting the Kresh Empire for 3 standard cycles when humanity finally arrived. Commander Olivia Chen stood on the bridge of the Un's Defiance, watching the swirling nebula that marked the border of contested space. Beside her, Captain William Morrison reviewed tactical data with an expression that made the alien observers nervous. "They fight like children," muttered Ambassador Vexther, his crystalline form refracting the bridge lights. The Luminari diplomat had spent months trying to understand Earth's military doctrine. Chaotic, unpredictable, illogical. Olivia smiled, without turning. "We prefer the term adaptive." The truth was, the galaxy had underestimated humanity from the moment Earth's first colony ship stumbled into the wider cosmos. The established powers the Luminari Collective, the Threen hierarchy. The mechanical consensus had all evolved under similar pressures. Their warfare was ritualized, predictable, bound by 10,000 years of convention. Wars were won through superior logistics, better positioning, mathematical certainty. Then the Kresh came. A warrior species from the galactic edge, they brought brutality and speed that shattered every convention. Within 2 cycles, they'd conquered 40 systems. The Council's mathematical models predicted total defeat within 5 more. That's when they'd reluctantly invited humanity to the war. "Incoming transmission from the Kresh flagship," announced Lieutenant Park from Communications. "They're demanding our surrender." William laughed, a sound that made Vexther's crystals chime anxiously already. "We just got here. Should I respond, sir?" Park asked. "Tell them we'll think about it," William said, his fingers dancing across the tactical display. "In the meantime, Olivia, let's show our new friends what humans do best." Olivia's smile widened. "Improvise?" "Exactly." The Kresh War fleet materialized from hyperspace exactly where Council intelligence said they would, a textbook offensive. Formation designed to overwhelm the standard defensive grid. 300 vessels, each bristling with weapons that had torn through Council ships like paper. What they didn't expect was for the human fleet to scatter. They're breaking formation. The Kresh War leader chittered in confusion, mandibles clicking. "No species abandons defensive positions." Olivia watched the chaos unfold with satisfaction. 50 human ships, each moving in seemingly random directions. Weaving through the asteroid field the Council had deemed tactically irrelevant. The Kresh fleet moved to pursue, following their combat algorithms, dividing to chase multiple targets. That's when William gave the signal. The asteroids weren't asteroids at all. Hidden human ships activated, unleashing a barrage that cut through the Kresh formation's center. Simultaneously, the scattered human vessels reversed course their paths, suddenly revealing the pattern of 3-dimensional net collapsing around the enemy. "Impossible," breathed Vexther. "Calculations alone would require—" "We don't calculate," Olivia interrupted. "We feel it. Human pilots aren't running algorithms. They're reading the battlefield, adapting in real time, trusting their instincts." The battle lasted 17 minutes. By Council standards, it should have taken hours and resulted in massive casualties on both sides. Instead, the Kresh fleet was devastated, their war leader's flagship disabled and boarded by human marines who'd crossed the void in nothing but powered armor, another concept that horrified the more civilized species. William led the boarding party himself, something no Council officer would dream of doing. He found the war leader in the command chamber, wounded but defiant. "Your tactics are madness," the Kreshist. "You fight without honor, without order." William knelt beside the alien warrior, offering water, a human gesture of mercy that confused the war leader more than the defeat. "We fight to win, to protect what matters. Everything else is just details." Word of the battle spread across the galaxy within hours. The impossible humans, who'd been dismissed as primitive newcomers, had accomplished what 3 cycles of Council? Warfare couldn't. Thing bloodied the Kresh and made them afraid. More battles followed. Each time humanity brought something new to the equation. They used music to coordinate attacks, the rhythm replacing rigid communication protocols. They turned merchant vessels into warships overnight, their modular technology. Baffling species who planned retrofits in decade-long cycles. They fought injured, tired, outnumbered, and somehow won anyway. But it wasn't just the fighting that changed the galaxy. It was what came after. Olivia stood in the ruins of the Thrin homeworld's orbital station, coordinating relief efforts. The Kresh had devastated this system before humanity arrived. Standard council procedure was to write off such losses. Focus resources on defensible positions. Humans didn't think that way, not abandoning them. She'd told the council when they protested the resource allocation, "We're going to rebuild, and we're going to teach them how to fight back." William was on the surface, training Thrian civilians in guerrilla tactics, another human innovation that scandalized the council. The idea that non-military populations could resist, could fight, was revolutionary. "You're teaching them chaos," Vexther accused during one heated council session. Olivia fixed him with a hard stare. "We're teaching them hope. The Kresh are counting on you to fight fair, to be predictable. Every time you do, they win." Teaching the galaxy to be unpredictable, to be stubborn, to never give up even when the math says you should. The war didn't end quickly, but it ended differently than anyone predicted. The Kresh Empire, built on the assumption of predictable opponents, found itself facing an alliance that had learned humanity's greatest lesson: adapt or die. 2 cycles. After humanity entered the war, the Kresh sued for peace, not because they'd been defeated in every battle they hadn't, but because they could no longer predict the cost. Every engagement brought new tactics, new weapons, new insanity from the humans and the species they'd trained. On the day that the treaty was signed, William found Olivia on the observation deck of the new council station. Watching Earth's blue marble hang in the distance. "Think they've learned anything?" he asked. Olivia considered. "The Luminari are experimenting with flexibility training. The Threen have established a strategic improvisation academy. Even the consensus is debating the value of intuition over pure logic. So we turned the galaxy upside down. Showed them there's more than one way to think," Olivia corrected. "The rest is up to them." William smiled. "Very human of you. Always believing people can change? Isn't that what we do best?" Olivia replied. "Not the fighting, the believing." Across the galaxy, the old order was crumbling, replaced by something chaotic, unpredictable, and infinitely more alive. Humanity hadn't just won a war. They'd started a revolution, and the universe would never be the same.